smoking trap. Hi, I'm Luke and welcome to Down from the Attic. All this week I'm looking at my Ghostbusters games, and today we're looking at Ghostbusters The Board Game from Cryptozoic. Let's take a look at this thing.
First off, box art, and I'm laying down my bias right here. I love this. A lot of people think that the look of this game is from the cartoon. Nope, it's not from real Ghostbusters. This is from the fantastic IDW comics. I'm a fan of the comics. If you haven't read them, you absolutely should. The stories are superb and written by guys who really know the Ghostbusters universe. Anyway, this is about this game, not the comics. The art carries over to the components, the boards, the character cards, the instructions, the scenarios, and the figure pieces. And damn, there's a lot here. You get the 4 Ghostbusters, a ton of regular ghosts, but there's Slimer, Stay Puft, and Idolnus. Read the comics. He's Ghost's brother, okay? And my favourite of these minis? It's gotta be the little Ecto. It's so nice. These minis are really excellently sculpted and they carry the art style successfully across the 3D. There's custom dice with the Ghostbusters logo, very nice. An event dice with the Xena card logo on, even nicer. An 8-sided movement dice, gate tokens, slime tokens, and the proton streams. Ghostbusters The Board Game is a cooperative game where you'll need to work as a team and work together to win scenarios and progress through the story. Yes, this game does have a narrative. In fact, the instruction manual gives over the first 4 pages just to set the story up. Setup: select your Ghostbuster and take it the corresponding character card and fix an XP tracker to the bottom. There are 4 scenarios split over 4 missions, each getting progressively more difficult. 3 missions before tackling the scenario boss, so let's start with the first mission. The scenario card will tell you how to lay out the modular board tiles and the position of the ghosts on the board, the portals and the Ghostbusters. The scenario will also tell you how many ghosts to put into the spirit world, this tile here, and how many of each ghost type to put in there. The other side of the scenario card will tell you the story you'll be playing and the parameters to win. So for example, here we need to close all portals, each portal requires 2 streams, and you need to roll 4 or higher to cast a stream. The ghost types also have stat cards that tell you how they attack and move and what you'll need to do in order to trap them. Before starting the game, the PKE meter is put to one side of the board. No, not that PKE meter, this one. The orientation of the PKE stays the same throughout the whole game and it's important to how the ghosts attack and move. So, we know what we need to do, let's get busting! A turn works as follows. Each Ghostbuster gets 2 actions. These actions are moving 2 spaces, driving the Ecto 1 up to 6 spaces, depositing trapped ghosts into the Ecto, removing slime off other Ghostbusters, or slinging some proton streams. You can choose to do any combination of these 2 during a turn, and additionally, a Ghostbuster can perform a maneuver. These are entering and exiting Ecto 1, and transferring trapped ghosts to an adjacent Ghostbuster. This game absolutely forces you to work as a team. Unsuccessful attempts at slinging a proton stream onto a ghost will sometimes cause you to get slimed. Being slimed takes one of your actions away, and being slimed twice, well, you're no use to anyone. You'll need to watch each other's backs. As mentioned, certain ghosts will slime attack you when trapped, so don't stand too close to them. And when an attack misses, the ghosts advance on you. If they pass through you, you guess right, you get slimed. Casting a proton stream is where you use the Ghostbusters dice. Roll the dice, and if you roll higher than the hit number allowed, you successfully cast a stream and you put the little stream onto the ghost. So cool! Some ghosts require multiple streams, so you'll need to help each other with more tricky ghosts. Some ghosts have unique attributes such as the Galloping Ghoul. 2 of them colliding create a gruesome twosome and a much bigger threat. Once all the Ghostbusters have had their turn, it's time for the ghosts to make their move. Here's where the 8-sided die and the Xena die come into play. Roll both and it will tell you which of the open portals a ghost will appear and from which direction following the PKE. If a portal is closed, you got lucky, but if you roll the chaos symbol, all the ghosts on the board move in that direction. The board itself has areas which you can't pass through or shoot through. Red lines you cannot cross or shoot across. Orange lines you can't cross, but you can shoot across them, and yellow lines, you can move through these, but they mess with your line of sight. Line of sight is what Ghostbusters use to target ghosts. Ghosts have to be within 3 spaces. If a ghost is too far away, you can't attack it. Each Ghostbuster has a unique ability, and you'll need to make use of these if you want to win. Ray gains XP for removing fellow Ghostbusters' slime. Peter gains XP for getting slimed on his turn. And XP allows you to level up and unlock more abilities that you will definitely need in the later scenarios. XP is earned by closing gates and catching ghosts. For every proton stream cast onto a ghost or a gate that's successfully captured or closed, that Ghostbuster receives 1 XP, and you slide along the little slider. Ecto is used for depositing ghosts back into the spirit world. You'll need to keep an eye on that, because if a ghost is summoned and there's none left in the spirit world, you lose instantly. There's some real fun and interesting scenarios, like this one, where the board is across and you have to protect the broken down Ecto in the middle. And the modular nature of this game has allowed for people to create their own scenarios too. This is the base game, and the Kickstarter version came with a lot more ghosts, scenarios, Ghostbusters, and level types. There are additional expansion packs too that can add to your experience.
Final thoughts, I really like Ghostbusters The Board Game, but it's not without its faults. What I really like, what I actually really love about this game, is the fact that you work as a team. You're all watching each other's backs, you're all cleaning slime for each other, and yeah, this is Ghostbusters we're talking about. There shouldn't just be one winner. You all win or you all lose. The comic styling works fantastically for me. I love the comics, they're brilliant. And obviously this is just ticking all those boxes there, and the fact that the game board is modular, that allows me to create my own scenarios, which is just fantastic.
What I don't like, however, is how all the ghosts are in this translucent blue. It makes, at a quick glance, seeing which type is which on the board much more complicated than it needs to be. Could they not have cast these gruesome twosome ones in a different colour to the galloping ghouls? I know there's some fantastic miniature painters who have done some great work with these, but I'm far too cack-handed to do these justice. The mechanics of the game are very simple, and for some, this could come across as being repetitive. Rolling the die and casting streams has really one of 2 outcomes: you hit or you miss. All the ghosts react in the same way. There's no tactics or strategy to dealing with a certain type, save for the bosses. Also, Pax, Ecto, PK, what's missing here? The trap. Fans figured out a way to incorporate a trap system after the game came out, but come on, this should have been figured out way before release.
In summary, this game is really fun and makes you feel like a Ghostbuster, part of the group, and working together to fight the forces of the spirit world. If you like Zombicide, this game is kind of similar to that, so you might like this too. Check back tomorrow for the final game in my Ghostbusters games collection. As always, I'm Luke, thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.